Hey, I'm Kevin Hansen, Lawn Care Juggernaut. We're back in this video, and what we're going to be talking about in this one is the actual invoicing process and how we get our money in quick to have extremely fast cash flow in your business. It's very important to have good cash flow in your business because that can be a make or break situation for you. It was only a few years ago that I was in the position where I was actually driving out of my way and cutting yards that weren't on my schedule that day, or putting somebody higher in the priority because I knew that they paid cash and I needed some cash to get gas into my vehicle so that I could continue to mow the yards that were either on the schedule or I knew paid me better. If I would have just changed the way I did things a little bit and had good cash flow, I would have good consistency in my business. And if I have good consistency in my business, I'm a better service provider for my client. All right, so what we're going to do is on this page where we have Jenny Two-Tone, you just go to customers. All right, we're going to type her in. We're going to type in Jenny. So Jenny Two-Tone, she's going to pop up. And we're going to go down here. So she's got her information in. There's some more information in down here. So if you want to put the lawn size, like she had a 12,000 square foot lot, you can mark that. Mulch, if she's got mulch, say her flower beds, let's say she has 3 yards. You can go in and take property notes on her, which is what you would do after this first service completion. So you're going to check her flower beds and her mulch, see how many bushes she has, if she needs them trimmed, all that stuff, how much you would trim them for. So this is where you would come in and put notes, and then you could actually edit, and there's a spot to put notes on the edit page. But one of the biggest things we're going to do is we're going to mark her as $50 per service. At this point, what we want to do is add an invoice. Now that we have her page up, we can either hit add invoice, or what we're going to do, because most likely what I would be doing is I would just open up Yardbook and I would go to invoices. Let me make sure I had that saved real quick. I didn't. See? So 12, that actually happens quite a bit too. 12,000, we had 3 yards here. And we had $50 per lawn service. Now we just want to go ahead and save that. You come down to the bottom page, press save. Now we can pretend that we just open up Yardbook. It shows the dashboard. It'll show you how many new customers you have, how many estimates you put out, how much in dollar revenue you've put in for estimates, how many new invoices you have, and what the revenue that you have actually invoiced in, and then payments received and income that you've had come in. So the dashboard's pretty cool when you open that up. That's pretty nice. It's a nice way to look at things. Right there, it's in your face. You can see how far people are out, if they're 30, 60, and 90 days out. If you have clients that are out 90 and 60 days and you don't do any commercial work, they got to go. They have to go. Okay, 30 days, I can see it if you're billing monthly. I don't do that. I bill upon completion. If I was billing on a monthly schedule, I would actually bill in advance, and they would have me kind of like on a retainer scenario. I would not go back to being billed after the project unless it was billed upon completion. I get a card payment after each service. So I come and service their lawn. I get a payment then and there, basically. I bill it upon completion at the end of the night, which means I get my money as fast as possible. And the thing is, they know I'm going to be there every Thursday. So they know their card is going to get charged every Thursday. If it's Mondays, then they're going to get charged Mondays. If they're Tuesday, they're going to get charged Tuesday. Sometimes I'm delayed a day, they're going to get charged on that day. But the thing is, they know no matter what, they are paying my business $50 per service. So $50 once a week, because I'm going to show up every week. So let's go ahead and go into the invoices here. We're going to invoice this. So we went ahead and opened up the invoices. From the invoices, we're going to start a new one, and we're going to put Jenny Two-Tone in here. Now that we have Jenny in, what we're going to do is it's going to basically do this for us. We're just going to hit, we've got Jenny in, so we type Jenny. We hit add service. There's grass cutting there for $50. We're going to go ahead and click on it. You can change that to lawn service. But now it says grass cutting $50. So at this point, it's all completed. We put her name in, we put the amount in, it's showing up $50. I would hit actions. Normally there is another line here that would say charge card on file, and I would charge the card on file, and then I would send her a receipt. By sending her a receipt, it'd be like sending an email or a text, but it's going to send a copy of that invoice. It's going to basically, this is what it's going to look like, and then I'm going to send that over. So at that point, it's all taken care of, and we now have our money coming into the bank for us, which is really nice. I think it's pretty easy for you to see why you would want to have a standardized invoicing process. What I used to do before I used this method is I would actually handwrite their name, address, and what I did on their service onto a carbon copy invoice that you could get at Walmart or at a FedEx office or wherever it might be, order online. It was a generic invoice, and I would write those on there, and then I would give them the yellow slip, and I would keep the other one. Now I would keep the actual physical copy because it would last longer than the yellow slip, and to me that was more important, that it lasted longer for me than it did for them, because I'm gonna have to look at it at the end of the year when everything's, if we have to reconcile anything on the account. The problem with that is this is 2020, dude. This isn't 1980. That's not the up and up on business. You want to use technology to make your business better. There's no reason why you shouldn't use technology. If it's going to bring your money in easier, if it's going to bring your money in faster, if it's going to bring you less headache, use it. The other thing that's really cool about charging our client's card after completion is that it takes all the information and automatically logs it in so that we don't have to mess with it. It's going to take that payment, it's going to record it to the invoice, and it's just going to take care of it for us. This literally saves hours that my wife would spend in the office. And then on top of that, the other cool thing is if you just pay, I don't know what it is, $20 a month for the paid version, if you use QuickBooks, you can sync it to QuickBooks. So like for us, we use QuickBooks in tangent with Yardbook. Our Yardbook is more for the customer relations, talking with the customer, handling stuff with the customer. It's just better geared towards our industry. And then QuickBooks is more towards handling everything to get it prepared to hand over to our CPA so that we can get taxes taken care of. You know what I mean? It's just the easier way to go about things for us. Now there's a lot of different ways you can invoice, but this is just how I use Yardbook to do this. Now if you wanted to bill, say once a week or once a month, that's all stuff that you can do and set up using this software, or with any other CRM you can normally set up something similar to that. So I think it's kind of like Ford and Chevy, Toro and Skag or whatever. They're all pretty comparable, all right? They're getting the job done. It's just a matter of actually using it in the correct way. You actually have to do the legwork. You have to be disciplined about making sure you're putting in the clients as they come in and getting them scheduled, following that schedule, printing it off every day, or using the app on your phone so that you can log, and you can actually mark completed on those, and at the end of the day you can auto invoice those clients. That may be something that we do down the road. If we do, I'll make another video showing that. All that said, I hope this video helps you on your invoicing process.